Why would you budget if you have more than enough? How could you budget if you have less than enough? In this video, we want to answer these two questions that all of us have faced at some point or the other. Budgeting is something that each and every person should practice regardless of their income. You could be a millionaire or you could be someone earning an average fixed monthly salary. Either way, if you don't practice budgeting, you could always face the risk of things going downhill real quick. You see, a budget is a form of discipline that will help you live sensibly and comfortably, and also potentially keep you away from financial trouble. Maintaining a budget will help you identify your spending habits and tweak these expenses in case you realize you're overspending on certain things. So, how do we start the budgeting process? First, you need to identify your sources of income and the frequency of this income. If you get paid monthly, for example, you should build your budget on a monthly basis. Note down the net income you receive in your bank account each month and build your budget around this. Your expenses should always be tailored around your income. For example, you can't be paying $2,000 in rent each month if your monthly income is $1,500, right? Now, you might also be receiving other forms of income such as dividends and interest income. If this income is frequent, include this in your budget as well. For the sake of this video, let's assume that our monthly income is $6,000. Now that we know how much money is coming in every month, the next step is to note down your fixed expenses and the absolute essentials that you need to pay for. A few of the most common fixed expenses are either your rent or your mortgage payments. You can't really avoid these payments unless you own the bank or your landlords are your parents. So, first note down how much you have to pay for this each month so that you can avoid going to jail. I'm just exaggerating, but you get the point. Okay, so let's assume that our monthly rent or mortgage is $2,000. Now that we have that out of the way, you should then jot down what your fixed utility expenses are. This could be your electricity, cost of water, council rates, or internet bills, for example. These costs need to be incurred to live a somewhat normal life, so you need to budget for these costs early on as well. Let's assume that these costs come up to around $500 a month. Now, do you have any other debts that you have to pay off? Say for instance, you took out a loan to complete your university degree and you need to pay a monthly installment for the next 5 years to pay this off. Let's say this is another $500 each month. On a side note, we should mention that keeping on top of your debt obligations is essential to maintain a good credit score. Now, you may realize that these fixed expenses are already 50% of your budget. We're left with $3,000 of the $6,000 we earned. But like the little known show on HBO says, a Lannister always pays his debts. So you need to get these out of the way first. Alright, so now that we have $3,000 left, let's start shopping on eBay, Wish, AliExpress for our favorite washers and shoes. Right? Hang on. Let's try and be a bit more long-term focused. We would suggest that you put aside 30 to 50% of your remaining budget into a savings or investment portfolio. This is a must if you want to achieve financial freedom. Have an automatic transfer set up for say $1,000 each month that goes directly into your investment account. This could be to invest in shares, crypto, or any other fixed interest earning financial product. This way, you know that each time you send your money into this account, it's building up a separate stream of income for you. For example, if you earn a 5% interest on your investment each year, this $1,000 that you invest each month will earn you $4 extra income the very next month. This might not seem like much, but if you build this portfolio up over time to a significant amount, let's say $50,000, you'll end up with an additional $200 of income each month. Now, realistically, your investment should yield you a much better return than 5%. But let's be a bit conservative for the sake of this example. Now that you have $2,000 left, let's figure out how we're going to budget this. Hang on, I just remembered that we haven't thought about groceries yet. You know, although most people tend to consider groceries as a fixed cost, I've learned that this doesn't always have to be so. I mean, if you can only spend $50 a week on groceries, there's always a way to do this. To be honest, I would eat cheap pasta and couscous every day for a year if it meant achieving my financial goals. But you don't need to be that extreme. Like the old saying goes, our health is our greatest wealth. So put aside a decent amount of money for your grocery essentials. Let's say $500 a month. The remaining $1,500 in your budget can now be used to structure your other expenses. Now, some of these expenses are pretty important. Expenses like your mobile bill, your car insurance, your medical insurance, and fuel. Then there are variable costs like gym memberships and entertainment and recreation. These you can always opt out if you find yourself tight on cash during any given month. Finally, you have $330 which you can either send straight to your investment account or put aside for any unforeseen expense that might pop up. Perhaps like the Justin Bieber concert that you're dying to go for. And there you have it, a simple yet effective budget that you can get started with. Remember, budgeting is almost like exercising for your finances. It helps you feel more in control of your money. It helps you feel more relaxed about life. And it helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed with your financial obligations. And trust me when I say it, it can also help you track those tiny expenses that you don't pay much attention to, but sometimes add up and make you go, where did all my money go? So, if you haven't started already, hop on your computer, open an Excel spreadsheet and start building your budget. I promise you it'll be worth it. I'll see you next week.